You're watching Cannabis Planet. We bring you news and information, collective profiles, growing tips with Ed Rosenthal, cannabis cooking, entertainment, and more. Cannabis Planet, a gift from the galaxy.
Welcome to Cannabis Planet. I'm Brennan Stone.
And I'm Jean Marie Tolkien. Tonight we have another very informative show in store.
I like coming back to Verbier every year. It feels for the first event. And we met him. He won the event and then won 3 other events. He's a very unique person, knowing he is the most talented rider I've ever met.
It's quite possible that I'm your third man, girl. But it's a fact that I'm the 7th son.
My name is Steve Klassen. I live in Mammoth Lakes, California. I've been the owner of Wave Rave Snowboard Shop for the last 20 years. I've recently been forced into the position of cannabis activism, and I've been a medical cannabis user for about 20 years now. As far as I know, Wave Rave Snowboard Shop is the largest snowboard shop in the world. I'm a former pro snowboarder, but I still take part in events from time to time. Back in the early days, I used to compete in some of the freestyle events, but really my main thing has been the freeride events and competing in the top level events around the world. I like to eat organic food. I like to live in a place where I get to breathe clean air, drink clean water. What happened here in Mammoth was about a year and a half ago, the chief of police went in front of our town council and he tried to have them ban any medical cannabis collectives in our town. And I disagreed with this. I knew that I had to do something at that time. I either was just going to stay silent on it and let it go, or I was going to go ahead and say, no, I think that we should have these collectives in town. Up here in Mono County, we're on the other side of the Sierras compared to most people in California. We're kind of cut off from the rest of California. And it wasn't too long ago where there were statements from our local law enforcement of things like, there is no Prop 215 in Mono County, and things like that. And we lived with that type of oppression here for a long time. And so, I knew the time was right when the police chief stood in front of the town council and said what he did, that it was time to, be a citizen of America and do whatever I could do to create positive change. It certainly was a risk to stand in front of the town council because it's the type of thing that once you walk through that door, it gets slammed behind you, and especially in a small town. I knew that I would be judged, I knew that I would be criticized. But there's some things that I feel like I just have to do, and this was one of those things I had to do because I knew the story, I knew the whole story as to why cannabis is illegal. They decided to put it to a vote, a public vote. It went on the ballot, and about 6 months later, the people of Mammoth voted on it, and the people of Mammoth voted to allow 2 co-ops to operate within the town limits of Mammoth Lakes. I am the director of the Green Mammoth Collective here in town. It was very liberating to stand up. I think that's one of the beautiful parts of this country is freedom of speech and liberty. I think a lot of the young people in this country, they forget that those things can be used to change the world that they live in. What my role in this town really is to educate people about cannabis and how it works as medicine. I will continue on this path of trying to educate people about the benefits of cannabis for many reasons. I think it holds the cure to many of the diseases of our time. And as soon as more and more people start realizing that, we'll be on the right path.